fucking got it.
I just love Poland too much, Rich. With Parla, he's like that guy who uses exclamation points all the time. It's like, with Parla, it's like, there's a lot of this, and when I'm talking, it's actually going to happen, and I'm here backstage, and I actually don't even know what's going to happen. He goes quiet every now and then, but again, I'm trying to just tell you what is going to be in this feature, and I'm very excited because I'm getting paid £2,000 a day. £200 a day. Love you, Parla. Love all the work you do, mate. That 5 minutes you show there. Good stuff.
Yeah, and he did look good in a hard hat as well. Rocking that.
Good in a hard hat.
And a full one chin up. So keep the work up, Parla. Loving that though.
Really good folding, like.
Wanted to bring in someone that's a bit more clean cut, a bit more family friendly, a bit more PG-13, and that's why we ended up having Henry on the team. But I think it's only fair we pay tribute to THOORIN.
Okay.
You know, I work with him a lot. I got a lot of respect for him. I'm sad about this.
I miss him too, bro.
Yeah, I'm sad about the way this is developed.
Yeah.
So I've left something under your desk, Henry.
For me?
To honor THOORIN.
Oh, okay. Well,
Not that thing.
Yeah, it's just down there, mate.
Where did he go?
so the thing about NIP is, okay, they're just terrible. And if any of these so-called casters, like Henry D, I believe he's called, ever back them at an event, he's just wrong. He's plain wrong. And if you want me to talk about the American teams, then you're stupider than I thought you were, Richard.
No. This was just pay me. If I have to talk about the North American teams.
And the thing is as well, they're probably all on Adderall. And I'm not even going to talk about them. So that's pretty much it. And thanks for having me. Jesus.
Yeah,
it's quite a lot of hate within that bit,
I
right?
think we just better put that up.
Performances. This is not star caliber play. So if you believe you're a star, if you say you're a star, if other people say you're a star, eventually you've got to face facts, you know, you've got to face reality. I've got to say though, in general for the tournament, the European teams have shown they're really environmentally conscious by taking all that NA trash and putting it in the dumpster where it belongs.
And we'll see if we can shed some light on that, because Scott is going to be doing an interview with some of that NA representation right now.
Thank you very much. Wow, Thorin, I thought we were bros, man. That was harsh at the end of the night. Anyway, I've got a special guest this time. Not someone who played in the game, but someone who's absolutely vital.
I'm feeling pretty good right now. Seems like Duncan is as well. He's joining the MBS. He's joining the MBS train. Hey, I was calling these boys to win this major months ago. It's out there, and that is how you end the #1 team's era. It's over. It's done. It's a sad way that it ended, but
unceremonious.
MBS were absolutely superior.
But that's the whole thing. You don't just edge them, you take the throne from them. The thing is, people think, Richard, I'm a fanboy, I just pick a team, I love a team, I support them. No, what I do is I ride hype trains. And when there's two trains on the tracks and I look up ahead, whoa, that tunnel's blocked off. I dive off just at the right time, I land on the other one. First class carriage, sir. Yep, thanks you. Take this ticket here. On board the envious train until they meet TSM. Get ready. Maybe we'll see that later.
I'll bring these boys in, and you also ride the MBS hype train after that performance.
Well, I mean, I believe he died in the wreckage, unfortunately. Can we have a moment of silence for Moses? He passed away today, along with Olaf Meister's career.
And they can't do burns, they can't do comebacks, they can't play CS, and now you can't do predictions.
Can't even ride hype trains. You can't even predict the best team ever to win a game. Bloody hell, mate.
The thing I have to talk about here is the match. So we know it's going to be a Mirage, and analysts have always loved to talk about NIPs, like veto and decision making when it comes to that. Is this something you guys have been working on more? Is Mirage like the best outcome? How do you feel about this?
Well, first of all, the analyst desk have nothing like to worry about. They can talk about all the problems we're having with the vetoes and blah 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 and whatnot. They don't know shit, if you ask me. Especially THOORIN. I mean, he can still talk about whatever he wants to talk about and so on. And I mean, Fifflin were in our team, so he knows about this. So he actually said something good, but I didn't really hear anything good from him either. But it doesn't really matter. We're preparing Mirage. I think we're going to be having a great game here. Yes.
So there we are. Well, we don't know what we're talking about, guys, obviously, in particular you.
Did you hear any of that? Usually I like to respond when people throw shots out, but he was talking about something about shearing a forest, like he's going to go out there and like get a forest and rip bark off it. I don't know. I was trying to watch the game, mate.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't follow any of it.
You know, he does. I'll always entertain Christopher's, sort of points about it. He's never particularly enjoyed, I think, sort of. Not the criticism, but when we're analysing things, and obviously he's like, well, you guys don't know, you're not inside the team, which is true, we don't. But I still stand by.
I wonder how he knows stuff about other teams then. It's almost like a logical flaw there, never mind.
I still stand by, I mean, we know that Dignitas are incredibly good on this map, so this is, unless they've got something special up their sleeve, surely this is, again, they've made it harder than it could have been.
Yes. See, the problem there is because you started with that feature there, we actually started with like serious analysis. I wanted to start like, silence please. Duh. Ladies and gentlemen, mourners, family members, welcome to the funeral of NA for the second straight tournament, eliminated in last place. This time by a team from the Oceanic region. Duh, duh, duh. One of the saddest times, one of the darkest times in my life, but with the help of God, myself, we will get through this period. And yeah. No, but here's the thing: you can't. Let's just put this in context, okay? The guys from Immunity, they weren't even known as like the best Australian team by us because we haven't seen them at events. Vox has been the one attending events. They're from a region where they don't get much practice. They barely get to go to any lands. This is like their first big chance. So great performance by them. But you have to put it in the context of who they're playing. Teams like Liquid and some of these other NA teams, because of the influx of North American organizations, some of these players now, no exaggeration, who are finishing last place at lands, Cloud9, Liquid, are making more salary and have more opportunity than some of the European teams who are winning lands and placing top 3. So there's no excuses anymore of like, oh, we can't go full time and practice all the time because we don't get like full salary like it used to be a few years ago, when it was like the NIP complexity era. None of these excuses count anymore. Now you have to put up or shut up. You have to actually have results, And finishing last place domestically and in Europe, that doesn't cut it,
Can't keep his phone. Have you guys seen esports and the E-League?
I don't know if that's sports, but it's great mind savvy.
I have not seen it, Ernest.
I have seen it.
More than 12 million people attended live esports events in the U.S. and Western Europe in 2014. And we had a couple of games played today between North America and Europe. And we want to go over to the guys who have kind of called that action, and really our counterparts in the E-League would be James Bardolph and Richard Lewis and Duncan THOORIN Shields. Fellas, how'd it go today?
Thanks, Ernie. So yes, we had a face-off between the Polish team and the team from North America who've recently been signed to one of the biggest brands within esports here in North America. Richard, what did you make of the action?
Oh, it was a great game. We had the first map, it was back and forth. It was really close. We thought the Polish guys could have won it, but in the end, NA kind of managed to claw it back, and they showed they weren't going to wilt under this pressure. You just joined a big organization, all eyes on them, and they were up to it.
Yeah, I mean, the first map really was out because this was the one where we expected lounge gaming. The Polish guys were favoured, but you saw grit and you saw class from the guys from Optic. They took the map away from the Polish guys, and then on their map, took care of business, big time win, took the series 2-0, and deservedly so, they were the better team. They take their spot in the E-League.
Yeah, and it's really sad for the Polish guys, a young team, they come all this way. This was kind of like the last chance that they had to get into the E-League, and kind of like Kobe, I don't think we'll be seeing them much next season.
So Optic move on to an opportunity to win a share of $1.2 million in the E-League the first season in 2016. So, Richard, do you have any final thoughts?
I just think it's going to be awesome. I know that our colleagues over there on the other desk, the NBA desk, they're kind of a little bit perplexed about what's happening, but esports is coming up in a big way. It's going to be a huge year, $2.4 million up for grabs. It's only going to get bigger with organizations like Turner involved.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to stress in this game, even though it was a 2-0, it wasn't just a complete whitewash. In the first game, the Lounge guys did turn up. They had a really great game. Problem for them is Shazam. He turned up. And I'm not talking about Kazam, that terrible movie that Shaq made in the 90s. I tell you what, it was a terrible movie for the Lounge guys, so they didn't want to see any part of that. What do you think of that?
Takes a lot of steel to say that, brother.
I'll say this, Thorin. How quickly can you run? Because Shaq can cover some ground over here, too.
Faster than Shaq, I hope.
He can get from this set to that set
Faster than he used to go up and down the court, mate.
That was funny, David Buckham.
Hey, you know what? I met those guys earlier. They're very nice guys. And I wouldn't say we're perplexed about it. We're very curious about it, and I appreciate the insight today.
Since you guys think it's a sport, we'll challenge you guys in a couple weeks. Any game you want, you come to
any game.
And I'll make you eat those words, buddy, because it's getting better. It's getting better. We challenge you 3.
Okay. What about weight loss? Should we do that?
What about muscles? What about boxing when I come over there and punch you? This is America. The Queen can't help you over here, buddy. You better know where you're at, tough guy.
James and Richard and Thorin, thank you guys very much.
Thanks for having us. It was cool meeting those guys earlier, but it always...